Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Talk. In this episode I'll be discussing the subconscious mind. Before we get started, the audio in this video should be better than the last one because last time I managed to accidentally edit out all of my pauses between when I was speaking. So it sounded like I did the whole 15 minutes on one breath of air. So that should be fixed now, and also let me know in the comments below if it's alright for these videos to just be primarily audio only. I will use visual cues and pictures if there's something that I really need to show you guys, but otherwise these Let's Talk videos will primarily start off just being sound only. I hope that's okay, but let me know in the comments if it's not, or if it is, or what you'd prefer. Okay, anyway, let's get on to the video itself. So in this video I'm discussing the subconscious. And the subconscious, well, what is that? It's basically what goes on in your mind beneath the surface. So we have our conscious, active thinking mind, and that's the place where the thoughts that we can hear in our head originate. But beneath that is the subconscious, and we can't hear that, it's just going on beneath the surface. It's like the operating system on which the conscious mind runs. It's the actual background functionality that provides us with what we think. So many people might think that the subconscious isn't important because we don't actually look at it, we don't actually interact with it in the same way we do our conscious mind. But let's think about it for a moment. Because when you get a thought, where does it actually originate from? When you suddenly think, hey, I'm hungry, I want to have a pizza now, where does that come from? The fact is, that actually originates from the subconscious. In your subconscious, you have built up certain habits. You have eaten pizza before, your brain has said, hey, this is good, let's do more of this, and it's fired off the reward circuits and built up a habit that you enjoy pizza. So at some point, when your stomach has told your subconscious that it's hungry, your subconscious then passes on the message to your conscious mind to say, hey, it's a good time to eat. At that point, your conscious mind goes, maybe I should call Domino's. And you go off, you call Domino's, and you eat your pizza. But all of that was dictated by the subconscious. So what does this mean for us? Well, think about it for a moment. Are there any things that you do by habit in your life that perhaps you don't know why you do them? Maybe it's something obsessive compulsive, like something you do has to be ordered a certain way, or you have to do this certain thing in the morning after you wake up. Well, that's because your subconscious has been imprinted with this certain functionality, this certain way of doing things. And you can consciously decide not to do it, but that's hard because you'll just feel like doing it again the next day or whenever. The fact is, when you want to actually change things for a longer term period in your life, whether it's, getting rid of a bad habit like stopping smoking, or it's taking up something new and healthy, or it's just feeling better about yourself, all of these things have to start in the subconscious if you want them to last. So how do we actually imprint something into our subconscious? Well, first we have to look at how the subconscious works. And the subconscious mind, it isn't like the conscious mind. The conscious mind likes things direct. If you hear something in your conscious mind, if you hear a thought, the thought is just in plain English language, or whatever language you speak. You get the thought, hey, let's go to Domino's. But if your subconscious has a thought, it has that thought in symbol. It has that thought in metaphor. Your dreams, for example, are a form of subconscious thought. The subconscious mind displays things in symbol in your dreams. You don't just go into a dream and hear yourself speaking about the events of the day. You see a symbolic representation of what's going on inside your mind. This is why dreams are something that can be analysed in a valuable way, because when you analyse those symbols, you actually learn a lot about what's going on beneath the surface of your actual mind. So, knowing that our subconscious mind likes things to be symbolic, what can that teach us? Well, symbolic things can include feelings or sensations. So if we want to actually put something into our subconscious mind, we can utilise feelings and sensations to do that. Think about things that you remember in your life. Do you remember the things that were boring and dull, or do you remember the things that were engaging and really got your senses going? Basically, if you want to put something in your subconscious, like you want to take up a new healthy habit, for example, then the key to doing that is to make it engaging and exciting. Because once you start doing it and you start feeling positive emotions associated with that, then your mind knows that's a good habit and it starts firing off those reward circuits, building up a habit that sticks. And then at that point, your conscious mind too will be flooded with thoughts of, hey, let's go and do that. So what about other things? What about, for example, improving your mood or just feeling happier all the time? Well, the thing is, we have to look at what sort of influences we're putting into our subconscious all of the time. Because the fact is, the things we're focusing on from day to day and the things we're spending our time around are all affecting our subconscious. If we hang around people that are perhaps a bad influence on us or perhaps not really helping us improve ourselves, then those people will influence us in a bad way and will not be the best people we can be. If we're around content that's not really helping us grow or helping us become better people and is just really time wasting, then that's what we'll do. We'll waste more time because it becomes a habit. So it's important to look at what you do each day. I mean, how much of your time is actually spent learning and creating content and doing useful things versus how much is just spent biding time, doing things because you're bored, all of that. Because while it's not really harmful to do something because you're bored, it is usually a great source for things that will just implant themselves in your subconscious mind. Because when you're having fun with anything, your subconscious mind reacts to that emotional engagement and says, this is something I need to do more of. So if you just spend your time doing unproductive ways of having fun, then that's all you'll essentially be trained for. This is why it's important to find some kind of purpose in your life, something that you enjoy doing that's also productive. It doesn't have to necessarily be your dream job or your dream hobby or whatever. It just has to be something that you enjoy enough that you'll be happy to do it regularly and that provides some kind of benefit to yourself, to the people around you and all of that. And again, the reason that this happens is because most people are stuck in the subconscious mind's traps. The fact is, the subconscious mind takes whatever you tell it and treats it literally. So if you tell it that all you like doing is sitting around being lazy and doing nothing useful, that's what will happen. If you tell it that all you like doing is working hard, long hours, but not actually getting any fun from it, then that's what it'll keep doing. So you have to actually tell the mind what you want from it, what you want from life. And when you imprint that, your habits start to change and you'll start to find the areas where you can be both having fun and being productive at the same time. I mean, that's one of the things this channel is for me. It's the way that I can teach other people, share information and have some fun in the process, because personally I like talking to people, I like educating people. It's something I enjoy doing. So then, how do you tell the subconscious mind what you want from it? I mean, we've talked about using emotions to engage it, but how do you actually tell the subconscious, hey, I want to do this dream job, I want to have this, I want to be doing that, I want to feel this way? Well, there are many ways of doing this. Things from NLP to hypnosis to visualization and so on. And personally, I've tried most or all of them, and I essentially came to a 4-step method that works best for me. But you should try out all the methods out there and see what you can do to really work with your subconscious mind. Because it's not something to be ignored, it's something to be understood and worked with. The fact is, you can do all you like to control your conscious thoughts, but if you haven't controlled the foundation, i.e. the subconscious beneath them, then you're essentially just making changes that get overwritten every time you go to sleep and wake up in the morning. So alongside things like NLP and visualization and other ways of imprinting things in your subconscious, what about the things that are just regular, good, healthy ways to take care of your subconscious? Well, the first thing that I would recommend for anyone, regardless of what your views on this video are, regardless of what you're doing in your life, would be meditation. It's helped me so much in my life. Like, you have no idea how much this one activity has helped me since I started doing it. And I can't think of anyone that it wouldn't benefit, because essentially meditation is almost like a virus scan for your mind. It's like it roots out all of that excess dirt and clutter that you put in your mind by your overactive thoughts, and it gets rid of that. It lets you quiet that out for some time so that you can get rid of all the unnecessary stuff and you just sit there, present, aware, and just take in the moment as it is. You see, in this life, most of us are stuck either in the past, having regrets and depression about things that have happened or not happened, or we're stuck in the future, feeling anxious and worried about what will happen. But the actual fact of the matter is, the only things that are happening, the only life that is going on is in this present moment. And so if you're stuck in the conscious thinking mind and thinking about the past or the future, then you're essentially missing out on what's going on right now. So by meditating on a regular basis, we bring ourselves back to that present awareness, that sense of being in the moment, that sense of just doing things the way they should be done, instead of overthinking them, instead of worrying about how it's going to turn out. When you're present in the moment, the thing is, you can do an activity for the first time and you might find that you actually do it better than someone who's practiced it for years. Why is that? The fact is, this is where beginner's luck comes from. It's all a matter of the fact that people who do something for the first time usually aren't thinking about it. They just do it. And that's what being present is about. It's about just doing things rather than overthinking them. So when you meditate, you're clearing up the clutter in both the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, and allowing them both to function the best they can. Anyway, the last thing that I want to bring up in this video is about retrieving information from the subconscious mind. If you watched my tutorial on lucid dreaming, then hopefully you've already started a dream journal. If you haven't, this is something that I suggest that you do, because recording your dreams each night actually helps you remember more of them, and also it helps you actually analyze those dreams, which is what I'm going to talk about now. Basically, your dreams don't store things in a normal, simple, easy to understand way. They store things in a weird, abstract, symbolic way. But the thing is, you can understand the symbols that your own particular mind uses, because you know the way that you react to a certain thing in a dream. For example, say that you're dreaming a lot about dogs. Well, you know how you personally feel about dogs. Maybe you're scared of dogs, so seeing dogs in a dream is something scary to you. Or maybe you're someone that really loves dogs and loves animals, and seeing them is associated with happy memories. The thing is, taking that into account, we know that anyone can essentially analyze their dreams if they can just think about the themes that they see in their dreams and what those themes mean to them, and then logically come to a conclusion what all those themes happening in such a way in said dream means to me. For example, say you have a dream that you fall out your window and you have to start running because there's some person chasing you. Well, this perhaps, rather obviously, could mean that you're perhaps running away from something in your real life. Perhaps there's something that you're not facing. And the thing that's actually chasing you in the dream is likely a representation of the thing that you're running away from. So if you actually look at the person and think, okay, what does that represent? Then you get an easy answer about what you're running away from in your life and what you perhaps need to deal with. So you can see how this could be quite useful. The thing is, it's more useful than I could have ever imagined, because the fact is, while most of our dreams are fairly innocuous and the things that we learn from them aren't that interesting, they're things that we already know about ourselves. We do, however, have, every so often, a few dreams that go against that and are actually something interesting, something new that we can learn about ourselves. Sometimes we'll find the root of one of our fears, or one of our weird complexes, or perhaps why we don't want to do something, or why we keep doing something in a certain way. And often these can be very, very powerful, life-changing things that can actually help us become better people. And the thing is, dream analysis is really quick and easy. You only have to take 5 minutes each morning after you've written down your dreams to essentially look at them and go, what does this mean to me? You don't need to buy any books telling you how to analyze dreams. You don't need to look up dream symbols. You just have to say, what does this mean to me? What does this figure in this dream mean? What does this place in this dream mean? Why am I doing this in the dream? Why did I feel this way in the dream? If you ask yourself these questions, then you can get a lot of information from your subconscious. And it's perhaps one of the most direct forms of communication with the subconscious that we actually have. So anyway, I've gone on a bit about the subconscious in this video, and this is a subject that's so vast that I'm certainly going to be covering it again, perhaps even in the next video. So before I go, I mentioned earlier that I have a technique I've developed for imprinting things into the subconscious in a way that can manifest positive change in our lives. Well, I've compiled a little ebook around 30 pages long detailing this method in a beginner friendly way, and I'd like to share that with you all. So if you'd like to check it out, please click the link that's showing in the video or shown below the video and check it out, and hopefully you can get manifesting some positive change in your life today. Anyway, I hope you've liked the video. Please remember to subscribe, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment to let me know what you think.